We're live.
Welcome to the Big Fat Sports.
Welcome, everybody. We got a lot to talk about after this last week's NFL week. We got quarterbacks getting hurt. We got teams that are going the downhill. We got teams that are on the uphill. We got to talk about some stuff, Ryan. We got to talk about some stuff. So, what would we want? Do we want to start off with something right now, or do we just want to get into some last week, or just as we go along, man? What do you want to do? Where do we want to start?
Almost that. Almost. That's what we got. We're going to start off with just going over the last week's games, and then we'll go into a little bit of what has occurred the last few days, and going into next week's picks and everything like that. So to start us off, we have Thursday Night Football with the Buffalo Bills beating the New England Patriots 24-10. Great game by Josh Allen and the Bills, kind of having a pretty good performance overall. And just Patriots on the struggle bus.
Struggle bus.
We say that a lot. We say the struggle bus. And Bills just coming on top and regaining that number one seed in the AFC, which is very important. Come time for playoffs, you want to have the home field advantage, especially if you are a team like Buffalo. You want teams to come there because it will favor you in the weather game.
Exactly. Patriots, they still have a chance of making the playoffs. They still have a chance.
They do.
But it's looking
not the way
slim.
they're looking right now.
Not the way they're looking right now. Keep an eye on them, but I'm not having very much faith in them this season.
Not right now. Next game, we have the Steelers beating the Falcons, and I have called it. You got to get TJ Watt back. As soon as that man comes back, look what this team's been doing.
Exactly.
They've been winning some ball games.
Exactly. Even though it says the Hayward brother, which I didn't know there was more than one brother on that team, but
I mean, I don't pay attention. I pay attention to TJ Watt.
Exactly. He's always been the difference maker for that Steelers defense and came up big for him again in this game. Falcons struggling again on offense. Get going, but Steelers defense helped them win the game. Good game. I'm actually not going to say good game for Pickett because I'm still not impressed.
It's still early, but the thing is with the Falcons though, you got to give them credit. Every game this year has been really close. They're so close. I think they're a few players away from getting back on top because this team is good. Just they're missing some key things. So
exactly.
I actually have faith in Kenny Pickett. I think give him a year or two, he's going to start playing really well. This team is going to be a force to reckon with. And I mean, you got to get up for Mike Tomlin. The dude actually is still a great coach.
That's actually what I was just going to point out, especially with Steelers playing the quarterback roulette. Here, like with Trubisky, with Rudolph, and now Pickett. So hopefully Pickett's going to be their guy going forward.
I think so. I mean, not Mason Rudolph. He's a joke.
Yeah.
Belongs on the struggle bus.
And Trubisky, he's just going to be a backup, I feel like, going forward for teams.
I feel bad because I actually like Trubisky, but he's been kind of on. Well, he's kind of underperformed a lot.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably that showing, that he should have stayed in college for another year or two, probably.
No, he just needed Matt Nagy. I mean, he was successful with Matt Nagy. He just was not successful anywhere else.
Right. Up next, rivalry game. Packers taking to the Bears. Bears officially eliminated from the playoffs now. They are done with a very disappointing season for them. Despite Fields having a pretty good year for himself. But Aaron Rodgers came back from injury. What possibly we thought would have been an injury, and him not playing this week, but was able to come back and help lead his team to a victory over the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I didn't have faith in the Bears this year at all. Fields has had. Damn.
Got like a rubber mallet now or something.
Right? Sorry, that was just our upstairs neighbor. But going back on this game, and the Bears, I mean, Justin Fields only had a few weeks where he was dominating. Every other thing after that, though, he has not been great. I said he was overrated from the get go. No matter how bad the Packers season is, they're always going to beat the Bears. So this is just proof right here. Great win by Aaron Rodgers and the Packers beating the Bears. Yeah, great job to them. And Bears, see ya.
See ya. Up next, two teams that have been struggling a lot this year, but Lions are actually looking a lot way better than they have in recent years, as we've mentioned many a times. We thought the Jaguars would be a bit better this year. Unfortunately, they're not. But Lions have really turned it around. Possibly a chance of making the playoffs this year.
There's a slight chance.
They got that slim chance.
Yep, the Lions are playing better. They had a very rough start this year, but they've actually been turning around. Goff, Swift, Williams, St. Brown, all just kind of turning it around. It's great to see this Lions team is a lot better than what they are showing. And just, again, just great win. And honestly, Jaguars suck.
Yep. Sunshine. You're not very sunshine.
That was corny as hell. But
I know. I was trying to think of something.
You should slap yourself in the face for that one.
Don't give me a tortilla.
I mean, you want the Switch? You want your controller?
No.
Want my Yeti bottle?
No, that would fucking kill me probably.
Well, that joke killed the world. Okay.
Well, I gotta do something now. Wrap up. Up next, we have the surprising Jets at the Vikings. Vikings still gain the win.
It was actually a good game, back and forth. The Vikings had a great start, and then the Jets really turned it around, started making comeback, but the Vikings held it on in the end. Vikings, they're such a good team, but they keep letting everybody come back. It's kind of hurt them in the long run. Jets with Mike White, he was kind of on the struggle bus to this game. And actually threw way more passes than really needed to be at 57 passes.
Right. Once you get that high, it's just like, that's really...
Yeah, you're pushing it. But, a lot of the players, like Wilson, the receiver out of the Jets, really had a good game. Been having a really good season all year. And, again, you're just seeing two playoff teams and, the matchups that, they're just going out there and playing really well.
Yeah. Plus, Jefferson Cook also had a good game as well in this too. So yeah, Vikings looking to try to take away that top seed there in the NFC from the Eagles. We'll see what happens.
Probably not. But I mean,
probably not. The way things are going, like I said, we're getting close to playoff football.
We are.
All right. Up next, we have NFC East matchup that ended in a tie, so it makes that division even more.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything out of me on this one because you don't end a damn football game in a tie. Move on. Screw you both. Time is for losers, okay? Time is for sports like soccer and soccer. All right, just soccer.
Just soccer.
All right, you don't tie in football. You finish the game. Disappointed in both your teams.
That is still something that the NFL Association has been trying to talk about what to do about because. I'm kind of with you. I feel like football games should not end in ties. Kind of like how baseball games...
They need to get rid of the overtime that the NFL does and go back to what overtime is in college football, high school football, middle school football, where you start at the 35, every team has opportunities, you go till you win. Go till you win. That's what it should be. Screw this extra quarter, sudden death, BS. No, do it that way. That's what you grew up with.
I would even be fine if each kicker from each team has a fucking kickoff, but there's defense on the team.
They don't need that much. All right, they don't need that much.
And then you just move it back further and further and further.
We're good on that. We're good on that.
I'm just saying, it's very
fires up. Something something better.
Fires up.
Kickers, man. Want the kickers? Kickers?
Well, we're paying them enough money nowadays. Heck.
Right.
Up next, we have the Titans at the Eagles. Eagles routing the Titans here. Just disappointing game from the Titans.
It is, but really, honestly, and there's not much to say on this game except for the Eagles are looking like the best team in the NFL right now. I don't, the hard part for me is like their strength of schedule hasn't been really good. So they're kind of but they are taking advantage of every opportunity they can. Very explosive offense with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is playing very MVP-like and been consistent. And their defense is stellar. Titans, this was kind of a really disappointing performance on them. But then again, I don't think of them as a very dominant team. They're very one-dimensional. They want to get the ball to Derrick Henry. And if they can't get it to him, you're relying on Tannehill. And they also got rid of, they traded away A.J. Brown. Yeah, you gave up your best receiver.
And your best receiver just went off on your...
Yeah. Well, not only that, though, but, this is how bad the Titans were. Look at last year when they had Julio Jones. A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, Derrick Henry. Stellar. Julio didn't score a single touchdown last year. Goes to show the Titans are... And I love Tennessee. I've always been a Titans fan. Pre-Derrick Henry days. The days of Steve McNair and Eddie George. But y'all are overrated. Y'all are overrated as hell.
Yeah, you guys, they need to get some weapons in there. They need to get some wide receivers going again. Just you can't rely on Derrick Henry. As good as he is, you can't rely.
I think we're going to soon see in the next year or so Malik Willis taking over and give more of that dual threat.
Yeah.
But overall...
I wouldn't be surprised in this offseason they actually go out and grab some wide receivers or even get somebody from
They're going to revamp. They're going to revamp. And bounce back from a disappointing year. Speaking of disappointment, we're going to the next game where I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this. You all know Dub Nation. Big Fat Dub Nation. BFD Nation. BFD Nation. You know what time it is. Oh, I've been waiting all weekend for this. Gotta get the neck rolling. Because Russell Wilson, let me have it. Fuck you. You can't beat the Ravens when Lamar Jackson's out. This was everything in line for you to win, and you still suck.
Yeah. Broncos still, again, disappointment season. Still some issues going on in that locker room with players, with Russell Wilson. Again, in our first news here, as you can see, Lamar Jackson out with a knee injury in this game.
He has a PCL. He has a PCL sprain, probably out for 1 to 3 weeks.
So we got to keep an eye on that. Huntley, though, looks like he's going to be pretty good, controlling that team. He has run with that offense before when Lamar's gotten hurt. So I'm not too worried about the Ravens, though.
I'm a little worried on their offense, though, because if you saw, everyone, there wasn't a lot of action going on. But I mean, come on.
Well,
also, Russell, this was your chance to win.
Especially with how good we've even pointed out, that Denver defense is actually not half bad.
No, they're good.
That Denver defense kept them in this game.
You look at it here. So, it was 9-3 going into the last seconds in the fourth quarter. And you still couldn't do shit. I'm sorry. Speaking as a Seahawk fan, and Kelly can vouch for this, I've been saying this about Russ for the last at least 3 years. That he's going to be on the struggle bus. He's climbing to the struggle bus. Seattle needs to get rid of him soon because it's going to be bad. And Seattle saw this.
Can you say perfect timing?
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect timing. He's all about wanting that money. He got his money. He's a shitty quarterback. He went from, and this is the thing, Seattle made him MVP. Seattle made him a Hall of Fame quarterback. Seattle made him a Hall of Fame quarterback. Right now, this season, you don't even want to think, you don't even want to look at Hall of Fame. He ain't going to be near Hall of Fame. The only thing he'll be associated with the Hall of Fame is being in the audience as being a member of who Tom Brady beat in the Super Bowl. That's what he's famous for right now. And the funny part is, I've heard a lot of people talk about this. You can't talk Hall of Fame anymore with Russ right now. This season's proven. It's a joke. This dude has not even thrown 10 touchdowns. We are on What week is this?
13.
13. You haven't even thrown 10 touchdowns. You've only missed one game, and you've not thrown 10 touchdowns. My dude. You're not even my dude. Why did I say that? Russ. Russ. You can't cry about not being MVP and have a performance like this. You can't cry that people were holding back on your MVP when you play like this. I'm just saying. Seattle fans, we happy for you gone because you going to get us a number 30 pick in the draft. Because let's be real. The damn Texans suck. The damn Texans suck. We ain't getting the number 1 draft pick. They terrible. They really terrible. And we're getting to them next. But I'm just saying, Russ, we might get the number 2 pick.
So yeah, keep an eye on Lamar Jackson going forward here with his injury. Baltimore here. Up next, like we were saying, round at the Texans.
What do we got to say about this? What do we got to say about this?
I mean, there's not
it's
much
the 1-10-1 Texans. 1-10-1 Texans.
Who are officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Oh, wow.
But as I had mentioned to Ryan here the other day, well, heck, they were already eliminated before the year even started, so.
We knew they were eliminated, after last season. We even counted them out.
Yeah.
Super Bowl happened last year. We sat there like, well, Texans ain't gonna make it. They're gonna be the number 1 draft pick.
I mean, yeah, Deshaun Watson finally playing the season, getting out there, still struggled a bit, but
I mean, it's his first game in like almost 2 years.
Right.
I still have my quarrels about Watson because I don't think that he should be playing. When you have that many accusers after you, and it's a lot.
If that stuff did not happen, and he was still that high-profile quarterback that he is, I think he'd be one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
100%. 100%. Before his injury occurred and all this stuff happened, he was up there as a top-tier quarterback.
I still say one of the best games I ever watched was him and Russell Wilson just having a shootout in that one game. That was fun to watch. I mean, I didn't care almost who won that game, but it was just fun to watch. But
that was a great game. That was a really good game. Bad that I have to say that because fuck Russell Wilson, fuck Deshaun Watson.
Up next, we have the Seattle Seahawks at the struggling Rams. Rams with their third string quarterback.
Third string quarterback. Also, I will say this though: don't say struggling on this Rams team. After what they did, after what they did against Seattle, yeah, they're struggling. But they almost beat Seattle. This was a great game.
Bobby Wagner had a great.
This was a great game. First and foremost, this was exactly what we kind of thought the game would be: a shootout, fired up. Seattle needs. If you are a running back playing in the NFL, please come to Seattle with good life insurance because apparently we can't keep a running back healthy to save our life.
Yeah, right.
With now Kenneth Walker leaving the game with an injury. Travis Homer had an injury. DJ Dallas had an injury. We almost lost our last running back to a concussion. Great game, Geno Smith. He kind of struggled a little bit, but a great 3 touchdown performance. DK Metcalf really came through in the end with the game-winning touchdown and made a lot of great catches. Obviously, there's a big rivalry between him and Jalen Ramsey. Tyler Lockett had a quiet game. That really was kind of under the radar and everything like that because everyone was so focused on DK and Geno and the defense and everything like that people forgot about Tyler Lockett a little bit. Great game by Lockett. Great game by Noah Fant. Defensively, we have rookie Tariq Woolen, who set the rookie record in Seahawks history for most interceptions in the season, as well as Kobe Bryant tied the record for most forced fumbles in Seahawk history as a rookie as well. So great to see that. Just overall, just amazing game. It was a fun game to watch. Rams played great without having Stafford, Kupp, and Donald in it.
Yeah, which obviously on defense, like I had said, Rams didn't even need Donald. Bobby Wagner really stepped up for him in that game.
He did,
getting the 2 sacks, the interception.
But if Donald was there, it'd be a different game.
Oh yeah, it'd be a completely
because
different game.
the Rams defensive line was already getting to Geno. Imagine having Aaron Donald there, who loves to eat Seattle Seahawks. That's his thing.
Well, it's true. You just think about the history with the Seattle and the Rams. It doesn't matter if the Rams are, 0 and fucking whatever. They'll still come in and play Seattle like they're, our championship team. Just
why Donald didn't play? He was sad because his favorite bird wasn't there. Russell Wilson. That was his favorite.
No.
It was like Thanksgiving every time he played Seattle. It was Russell Wilson. He said, I'm going to have some turkeys. We're the Seahawks. No, Russell's a turkey. The way he run around, he's a damn turkey. More like a chicken with a head cut off.
Okay. Great win by the Seahawks. Keeps our playoff hopes alive.
They need it.
Especially, with this next game we have next. We have the Dolphins at the Niners. Pretty good game, except for coming to the second half, where the Niners just opened it up. And unfortunately, Garoppolo broke his foot.
There's a chance that he may, if all goes well, he can be back for the playoffs, which will be really big. Purdy's got to step up, though, because this Niner team is probably the best chance to beat the Eagles in the playoffs. But with Garoppolo hurt now, that changes the perspective. But a great win by the Niners, really showing their talent all around. Their defense is amazing this year. They have such a stacked offense with literally 4 weapons that they can literally pick apart people every day. Purdy actually looked pretty good that day. Tua really struggled. There was a lot of good plays, and everyone talks about Tyreek. Thing is about when you have Tyreek Hill on your team, you got to get him on a one-on-one, get him open space, and he'll beat anybody. But look what the Niners did overall. Pressured Tua, forced bad throws. He was getting picked, fumbled, everything like that. Honestly, the Niners, I still think they're great. I got to see what Purdy does next year before I can change my mind. Because there's the hope that Garoppolo will be back, which if he does come playoff time, that's going to be super key for them.
Because these next games that Purdy is going to play are very critical for this San Francisco. Not only to hold the NFC West division lead, but also, what seed they'll get in the playoffs as well.
Well, this is a great chance for Seattle to climb back and take advantage of this, because if Purdy is struggling and the Niners drop a couple and Seattle can win more games, the Niners can drop out of the playoffs or drop into the wild card, and Seattle can take the NFC West and actually have a home game come the wild card weekend. Because let's be real, they're not the number 2 seed.
No. The 49ers? Is that what you were mentioning?
The Hawks.
Or not? No, I thought you meant the 49ers are not the number 2 seed.
They can be the number 2 seed. Not the Hawks, though.
No.
Not the Hawks.
No. We wouldn't be a number 2 seed.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it'll be because they're going to play wild card weekend. So they got to have that home game. And they need to. And because they go into the next week, potentially, you're going to be on the road regardless. Because if you're the 3 seed, you're either playing at the number 2 seed or you're playing the number 1. Right. And so you're going to be on the road. So to at least have a home game is key.
Right. All right. Keep an eye on that, everybody. I do believe the Dolphins will be bouncing back, too, from this. I mean, even though they're kind of being a little unpredictable at the moment, but keep an eye on that. Up next, great game, the Chiefs and the Bengals. I thought this was actually a great game. One of his favorite WWE songs playing in the background. You guys can't hear it, but he just was about to start going.
Yep. Shout out to Cody Rhodes. This was a great game. Burrow is kryptonite to Mahomes, apparently. And the Bengals playing lights out, coming up clutch. Mahomes struggled, so did Kelsey. Just the Chiefs in general struggled, but it was a great game. Potentially, you'll see the matchup in the playoffs again. Great win by the Bengals, and the Chiefs are going to bounce back because it's the Chiefs. And yeah, just overall great game by Burrow.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't have much more to say on that. Jamar Chase, finally back from injury too.
Yeah.
That's huge for them going forward.
Oh yeah, especially
And
this close to playoff time.
I can't remember the exact year, but yeah, 5 straight home games that the Bengals have beat the Chiefs.
I think it's
I think it's
86.
87 or 8.
I think it's 86.
Dating back to those matchups. Like I said, this is Bengals at home versus the Chiefs, which is crazy.
Yep.
Plus, Burrow beating the Chiefs last year in the playoffs, go to the Super Bowl. So
yep.
Okay. Up next, another 2 teams that are having a struggling season here. Chargers, Raiders. Raiders getting the W. Carl Adams have actually been looking good these last 4 weeks.
I called it. I said, you watch out for them Raiders.
I picked the Chargers.
And I'll pick the Raiders because the Chargers on the struggle bus. Really a struggle bus. But overall, this is kind of what you thought about the Raiders, that they're going to be this good. Especially the big surprise this year is Josh Jacobs and the year that he's having. He's having a phenomenal year right now. But Davante Adams and Carr finally getting on par. The defense looking pretty good. Held their own against the Chargers. Really stepped up and won the game overall. Great game by the Raiders. The Chargers had a good fight. It's good to see Keenan Allen back and healthy, getting back into his rhythm, everything like that, which is going to be big for the Chargers going into later in the season. But I think watch out for the Raiders. I think they might not make the playoffs, but they're going to push them they're going to push it. They're going to push them. They're going to put some scare into people. And if they make the playoffs, they are one of the most dangerous teams in the playoffs because the momentum they have is completely, scary to watch.
Agreed. All right. Up next, our Sunday night game, which I don't think we need to talk too much.
We don't, because how about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys putting up 33 points in the fourth quarter, making it look like a joke? Cowboys. You know what? I will say this, and I know you will disagree with me because you hate the Cowboys. I'm going to be real on you on this. Cowboys are the sleeper pick to dethrone the Eagles.
Yes. Actually, I do agree with that. I actually agree with that.
I think
they've turned the season around so hard that they are become such a threat right now that it is quite amazing.
You have Dak healthy, which is always key for them, is to have your star quarterback healthy. He is a good quarterback. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I will show my love and respect for this team. I actually do kind of like watching them this year because of how good they are. I'm never going to be a diehard Cowboys. Fuck all you diehard Cowboys fans. All annoying as shit. But I will actually show you respect this year because Dak is playing really well. You have a great combo with Zeke and Pollard in the backfield. Great matchup there. You have Gallup. You have CeeDee Lamb at the receiving core. Just amazing work. Your defense is stellar. Micah Parsons, probably high candidate for defensive player of the year. Like you guys and Mike McCarthy, it just goes back to show Mike McCarthy is a great coach. I've always thought he was a great coach, and I know a lot of people are like, "Well, he's not good anymore. He needs to get fired." You got to give the guy time, and look what he's done. And again, why the defense is so good is they have Dan Quinn, former Seattle Seahawks defensive coordinator from the Legion of Boom days. Just amazing. Like what they've done for this team is so remarkable. It's very scary to watch.
Agreed. Cowboys haven't had a team like this in quite a while.
No,
they've had glimpses of it, this, but unfortunately, it always failed out.
They had like a really good season at one point where they're like, I think they went like 14-2 or something like that, but they choked in the playoffs. I think this team this year is better than that team. They're more balanced. They're just again, they're hard hitters. They're tough. They're pushing everybody to the brink. This team is going to be the team, and potentially even in the playoffs, to beat the Eagles and knock them out of the playoffs. This team might actually go to the Super Bowl. Like, there's a strong chance the Cowboys make the Super Bowl.
Especially the way that the Niners are looking right now. I mean,
Yeah.
I put the Cowboys over the Niners at this point.
I actually put them over the Vikings, too, because as talented as the Vikings are, consistently, the Cowboys are better than the Vikings.
I would say so, too, especially with Kirk Cousins.
Because Cousins, right now, if you compared Cousins and Dak, that's a whole different matchup because if you broke it down, defensively, Cowboys over Vikings. Receiver core, Vikings over Cowboys. Because Justin Jefferson is a much better receiver than both those guys. And Thielen is a top-notch receiver, in my opinion, too. Running back-wise, Vikings have some good ones, but I still got to give it to Pollard and Zeke.
I say you got to go with the two-punch combo, especially Pollard having a great year.
They're both having great years. And then, Dak versus Kirk. You know, Dak is a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins. So I had to go that route. You know, the team that probably matches up with the Cowboys is the Niners, in my opinion. Obviously, now you're comparing Purdy with Dak. Yeah, there's no question there. Garoppolo and Dak, more explosive. Dak, better facilitator. Garoppolo, but running back wise, about even there. You got two guys versus one. Receiver core, I still give that to, because you got to throw tight end there. Yeah, you got Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and
because Schultz has been
George Kittle.
Schultz has been up and down this year.
Yep. And defensively, you're really neck and neck on that defense. You're so neck and neck on that defense, it's not even funny. They have collectively just some of the best defenses and everything like that. So I would love, especially if Garoppolo comes back healthy, my pick for an NFC Championship game that I would love is Cowboys-Niners.
The classic Cowboys and Niners.
Exactly. You're talking about a classic matchup from history, back from Montana, Aikman, Staubach, Young days, and all that stuff. Just amazing. It would be so fun to watch. And I would be so torn about who would win. I'd want the Niners to win that, but if the Cowboys win, I ain't going to be disappointed because, again,
you can't be.
They are playing so damn good.
As we've
damn you Cowboys for making me root for you at some point this year. Fuck off, Dallas.
As we've shown a lot here on the channel, you know, we like to be realists. We like to be realists. Even though, we're not fans of the Cowboys, but we gotta be real.
That comes from me, and you got that from me being a realist. Because my years in football, I've had a lot of years in football. I see the game differently. I watch it differently. I respect. And God damn it, I do respect the Cowboys. Oh, I need a drink.
Wrapping up with our Monday game, Saints at the Buccaneers. Saints again proving to be a thorn in Tom Brady's side when they play each other, but
but you don't count out the GOAT. You don't count out Tom fucking Brady. All right? He said, Giselle, we done. He's going back to playing Tom Brady football. I'm not using that as an excuse. Let's be real.
I was going to say.
Not using that as an excuse. But he's actually, if you actually watch, ever since the divorce happened, he's been a different Tom Brady.
Well, once they got it finalized and moved on from all that.
So his personal life played a big factor, in my opinion. But Tom Brady being Tom Brady, Saints, see ya.
Yeah, Saints are going to get eliminated here. Should hopefully be eliminated.
Probably, I give him 2 weeks. I give him 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. Bucks making the playoffs?
Oh, yeah. They're going to take the division.
With a winning or losing record?
Winning. Tom will get them to a winning record.
Okay.
Even if it's a game above 500, it will get to a winning record.
I only see them getting 9 wins, honestly.
That's still a winning record.
I know, but still, it's just...
Well, here's the thing.
It doesn't feel like much because it's Tom Brady.
Though, it's Tom. Well, we got to think about this. Tom is obviously getting up there in age. He's had a rough year and everything like that. But you still can't count out Tom Brady. Because no matter what y'all think, and actually, again, being a real football fan, I actually And I've always really liked him, except for there was a couple years when he was doing that I didn't like. But I've always been a Tom Brady fan, and you got to show respect to Tom Brady because we ain't never going to see a career like this ever again. We will never see a career like this ever again. Everyone's talking about Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. They're going to be the next Tom Brady. No, Tom Brady is Tom Brady. This is like watching Michael Jordan in the NBA. It's like watching LeBron James in the NBA. This is like watching. Yeah. Trust me, I have to watch.
I was gonna say,
shut up. I have
you
to
want
talk
me to
about.
go get the soap right now, or
This is for this year. This is for this generation who thank themselves to LeBron James. All right, this is for this generation who love LeBron James, right? That's what I'm saying. You're never going to see another LeBron James. Yeah, we're never going to see another Michael Jordan. We're never going to see another Tom Brady, and you still can't count him out. You can't.
He has been struggling a little bit this year. He has been missing some open guys.
But
So
his
you're kind of
receivers are also dropping a lot.
Yeah, especially like Mike Evans, his big targets dropped some critical ones as well.
Yeah.
But are we starting to see a little bit of degrade now in Tom Brady?
Nope.
Especially in his long passing game.
Maybe in the long passing game, but he's still accurate as hell in the short game.
Oh yeah, short to medium game, I think he's still going to excel, but it seems like the long game right now is kind of finally catching up to him.
Which is something. I mean, it's fine. His shoulder's not as strong as he used to be. Also,
okay.
To make it clear for all of you NBA fans, Jordan over LeBron, shut the hell up.
Also, too, Brady's been dealing with that struggling offensive line too.
Yeah, I mean, they have their whole line injured. And it's their first year without Bruce Arians as your head coach. So it's a struggle, but they're gonna do just fine. They're not Super Bowl contenders, but they're gonna still make the playoffs. You just got to give Brady a little bit of time.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys all very much for sticking around for that. Before we move on to our predictions for next week, we'd like to remind you to please like, subscribe, comment on these videos.
Punch that notification bell.
I always forget about the bell.
Especially since,
I know it's been around for a while now, but I always forget about the
especially
bell.
since Kelly put out a little preview video. A little bit of a hey, get ready for the show yesterday, and then we've uploaded 2 now trailer videos. We plan to do a few more. We have a few more on the line and everything like that. As you saw, we did the trailer for Super Mario Brothers, and we did the trailer for Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, and more to come from there. So yeah, like, subscribe, hit the notification, and share it with your friends, everything like that.
Thank you guys all much. Appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. Keeps us wanting to come back and do this more and more. We are enjoying it. We are actually enjoying this since we started this channel.
Yep, we have, and it's been a lot of fun. We appreciate you, BFD Nation. Starting it!
All right, guys. Starting here with I just want to double check. This is week 14, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. Now you got me questioning.
What?
Yeah. I'm looking at the days. I'm like, you got me questioning.
No, yeah. That's why I scrolled up a little bit so I could see it. Like, yeah.
So
I don't know why. It just feels like we're almost literally 2 games from the end of the season. I don't know why it feels like that to me, but it's not. It's like we still have.
Well, it's because our fantasy football is ending soon. That's why our fantasy football season is ending soon. Is this the last week of the regular season that we got?
Or it's just because I've watched so much football this year. It's just like
yes, blasphemous! You ain't never watched enough football. You want to talk about watching the XFL too?
Yeah, right. The XFL, USFL.
Yeah, you're talking about watching that. You're talking about too much football. You watch baseball. It's 162 goddamn games.
Damn right.
Cut that shit in half.
No, fuck you.
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck you.
That's too much baseball.
No, it's not. It's perfect. It's not as strenuous.
Yeah, because it's the perfect sport to go to sleep to.
Well, then there you go.
Turn on TV and just...
There you go, then. There's a reason.
And you go to the game, that's the perfect time to drink beer.
Oh, no.
Because you have time to keep the game exciting.
Yeah, come on, man.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you
Tell
are
me
wrong.
I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
You
wrong.
damn wrong.
You wrong.
You the damn wrong on that one, son.
No, you the damn wrong.
All right, there ain't no fighting, okay? Barely anybody can hit a damn ball, okay? You don't see a lot of shit, okay?
Oh, just because you want fisticuffs in every goddamn sport now.
Exactly.
Okay? It's just like,
exactly.
God, I don't know what's wrong with you.
That's what's wrong with me is I'm American. I'm a man, okay? This is what we want in this world.
Jesus Christ.
Settle it.
You want fights, you got, fucking MMA, boxing, UFC,
Hey, real
and all
fight.
that
Half the
shit.
time they're just wrestling.
Can't believe you. Can't believe you, especially you, former baseball player.
Yeah, there's a reason why I stopped.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I love my Mariners, but I can't watch 162 goddamn games. I can barely watch.
I'm not saying that I always get to either, but I like to put on my team and watch and listen if I can.
I love them and I will support them, but there's so much baseball you can watch at a time.
Trust me, we both know there's people that are way worse.
Yeah, I know, and I don't get it because we're watching the Mariners. This is the only year we've made the playoffs in 21 years, okay?
It's those fantasy baseball players. Those are the ones that watch, dude.
Yeah, and I don't get that. Like,
right.
Most games are 1-0.
Yeah.
You're literally watching...
It's like hockey or soccer.
Yeah, but hockey, they're hitting the hell out of each other, okay? I seen someone get laid out tonight in the Kraken game, okay? Beautiful.
All right, guys, we're getting into our Week 14 prediction here. Start with our Thursday night game. The Raiders at the Rams.
By the way, if we go back to last week and everything like that, I won. One time you beat me when I was 6, son. Step up your game. Step up your game.
How much did you win by?
I think I won by at least 2.
I know it wasn't. We were really close.
Well, because 90% of the games we picked the same.
Yeah.
It's all the ones that it's all the ones we didn't. It's all the ones we didn't pick. I actually won all those.
Because I know I got the Raiders and Chargers one.
You got that one wrong. You got the Steelers and
Did we both get the Chiefs Bengals?
We did pick both Chiefs there.
Oh wait, I did Dolphins. That's right, and you did Niners.
Yep, and then I also did go up. We also differed on go up. Steelers Falcons. That was the only other game we differed. You went Atlanta and I went Pittsburgh.
Okay, so 3 games.
Yeah, so I beat you by 3, but we were pretty much even all because we picked the same damn team. Actually, I only missed one game on. Actually, I missed like 2 games on that. Because I got the Chiefs game wrong, and then I got the fucking tie. Yeah. I don't count that shit.
I don't count that.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Okay. All right. Raiders at the Rams.
Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yep.
Jets at the Bills.
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 Fuck off, Jets.
Hopefully it'll be a snow game. Browns at the Bengals. No.
Bengals.
The kitty cats. Orange kitty cats. Texans at the Cowboys.
Why is this a game? Cancel the rest of your season, Houston. Dallas is gonna whip your ass.
Yeah, why didn't you get him show up? But might as well put Cooper Rush in and the whole backup. 3rd string.
You can get the Pee-wee, you get the Dallas Cowboys Pee-wee team in there. Still whoop the shit out of them.
Vikings at the Lions.
This is like the first game I actually am a little different on. Because Detroit's been on tear, but I am gonna go.
I'm gonna go Minnesota.
Yeah, give me Minnesota.
I don't think Detroit's gonna put up another 40.
No, but it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be really close though.
Yeah.
Jacksonville at the Tennessee Titans. Titans
as well. Eagles at the New York Giants.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Definitely Eagles.
We gotta pick some different teams here soon.
Baltimore at Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Baltimore.
You just saying that because
Okay, so here's the flex game that they did. That thank God NFL for doing. Thank you for taking the Kansas City Denver game out of Sunday Night Football.
actually no, I'm a little disappointed on this one. You know why? Because I want to see Patrick Mahomes whoop the shit out of this little fucker. All right, I want to see him whoop his candy ass so bad. You gotta go home and cry to Sierra and say, "I should have never left Seattle." And Pete Carroll will get on the phone and be like, "Told you, sucker." Kansas City whooping that ass.
Kansas City, definitely. Oh, and a good matchup of Tampa Bay at San Francisco.
Pick first.
I'm gonna go San Francisco. I'm gonna ride with Purdy.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna go opposite of you no matter what you did.
I was gonna do the
So
same thing too.
I'm gonna go Tom Brady. Tampa Bay and Tom Brady.
Next up, Carolina at the Seattle Seahawks. Give me the Hawks.
Seattle.
Sunday night matchup, Miami at the Chargers.
Ugh. Not a great matchup if you really think about it.
It's really not. I'm actually going to go with Miami.
I'm probably going to get this one wrong, but give me the Chargers.
I would not be surprised either outcome of this.
Yeah, I can't be surprised either outcome, but give me the Chargers to just be different.
Yep. And last up, Monday Night Football, we have New England at Arizona.
Ugh. Give me Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of leaning toward Arizona as well.
Give me Arizona.
And then bye weeks with Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, Indianapolis, New Orleans, and Washington. I've been so confused with the bye weeks this season. It's got me so baffled because 1 week you have like 2 teams off, and then the next week, you have 6 teams off, and then
I'm wondering. I really am wondering when they're done. To be honest,
it should be done. Yeah, so this is last week.
Watch someone has it on the last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So week 14 is the last week of bye week.
God. Tough.
Yeah.
All right. That's our predictions this week. You guys send us your own predictions and everything like that. But before we leave, we got some shit to talk about. We got to talk about how we already talked about Garoppolo's injury, how it affects the Niners and everything like that. We're going to talk about how the Rams signed in Baker Mayfield after being cut by the Carolina Panthers. I actually had a very funny feeling he was going to get cut and he was going to end up on a team that really needed him. I think because the trade deadline's over with, they were going to cut and he was going to get cut and signed immediately. I kind of thought the Niners, but I'm not surprised by the Rams.
Especially listening to ESPN this morning on the radio, they were all saying that he's going to get picked up by the Niners. Because now with Lance, Garoppolo, both injured, but now I didn't hear this until later that Garoppolo now has a potential to come back.
Yeah,
because they were saying that his season was done with a broken foot. So we'll see that. So it still makes me curious at who San Francisco is probably going to go out and get as a backup quarterback or even a starting quarterback until Garoppolo might come back.
Yeah, I say Gardner Minshew, baby.
I mean, there are free agents out there that are worth picking up. Like you said, Gardner Minshew would be a good one to get. I don't see San Francisco or at least Kyle Shanahan getting like Cam Newton in there.
No, I mean, because the thing about their quarterback, the thing about the offense for the San Francisco 49ers and the quarterback they don't need a star quarterback that's going to run and do all these things. They need a guy who's going to facilitate. They have such a powerful offense with McCaffrey, Ayuk, Kittle, and Deebo Samuel that you don't need a guy to be that studly. You just need a guy to distribute the ball like Garoppolo did. He was great on his passes, facilitating the game and everything like that. The other guys did the work, and the other guys, made it happen for them. They don't. Again, that's why I don't agree with the Trey Lance starting because I think Trey was going to try to do too much. Where they need a guy like Garoppolo. Other news that we got announced with the NFC and AFC for the Pro Bowl, which will not be a regular football game anymore. It is going to be a flag football game because the Pro Bowl has actually been a joke. So it's fun to see anything like that. We have our two coaches. We have the Manning brothers going at each other, the NFC being coached by Eli, AFC coached by Mr. Peyton Manning. Sleeper pick, I think Eli's going to win.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Like I said, when I saw this, my first thought was like, please have these two mic'd up.
Oh, you know they're going to be.
Have them mic'd up.
You know they're going to be. You know they're going to be. And that's going to be the funniest damn thing in the world. That'll be the funniest damn thing in the world because they are funny. Honestly, they make Monday Night Football worthwhile because of the fact you don't want to watch the game in the real time with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman because he's dumb as hell. You watch it from the Manning brothers because they're dumb as hell, but they're funny about it.
And I'm still happy that they're still doing the skills competition, which is something that I've always enjoyed. When I was younger, always watching these guys do that. So I'm excited that they're keeping that going.
Well, in all sports with All-Star Weekend, I always turn into all skill competitions in every sport. Home run derby, stand-up competition, 3-point contest. Hockey has some really nice ones as well. All the football ones. They're better than the All-Star Game because the All-Star Game is such a joke. Because, no one really takes it full on serious anymore. All just ha ha ha, let's have fun. So I think skill competition. That's why I'm excited for flag football because it's something different.
Pretty much that's what they've been playing is flag football.
It was pretty much flyers up, and
pretty much
you didn't want to hurt each other. You had a lot of fun. It was all jokes and everything like that. But yeah, it's really turning around, especially we're so close to the playoffs. We'll see how every team turns out and everything like that. There's a lot of injuries to keep up with, especially when, for us with Seattle, what are we going to do about the running back situation with Penny out? We don't know how Walker's doing. DJ Dallas suffered an injury. Travis Homer was out with knee injury, so they're going to be struggling with that whole situation. The Rams been on such a hardship year with all their key injuries. You see how things are happening with Saquon Barkley being back this year and how he's been helping the Giants, how TJ Watt coming back helps him out. So there's a lot to watch in these last few weeks. It'll be interesting to see what happens from there.
Exactly. And as always, looking at these standings with these divisions, as we've been paying attention, we still Buffalo 1 game ahead of Miami now. We have Cincy getting that big win tied with Baltimore.
The biggest thing to look at is this right here, as you look into the playoffs and everything like that. The Chiefs were the number 1 team. Obviously, their loss drops, so we're now Buffalo. That's a key thing to look into is who's going to come out on top here. You have a sleeper pick in this pick right here that can come out. Baltimore is potentially going to drop depending on how Lamar is doing. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. Your division winners are going to be Tennessee, probably Cincinnati, Kansas City, and Buffalo, with your wild card teams being Miami, Baltimore, and the Jets at this point coming out of the AFC. But you have so many teams right here that's still in the rise. I think that the watch out for the Las Vegas Raiders. They are not a team to sleep on at any point, especially for how they've been doing lately. They've won 3 in a row. Going into the NFC, you have a little bit more one-sided.
Pretty much. I think you're already seeing your top 3 teams, of course, right there. But I think that 4th seed is still to be decided.
It really is because honestly, it's going to come down. These 2 teams are going to fight to the very end with the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. I honestly, I don't see both these teams making it. I see one of these teams. That's my big thing. Tampa is going to get the 4 seed because they are the division winners, so division winners always get the top 4 seeds. So here's a question for you. Looking at all the division winners, or division leaders, or looking at the playoff competition right now. So we already went through the NFC, right? As of right now, it would be Philly, Minnesota, Dallas, San Fran, New York, Seattle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and Tampa Bay because they would get in. Which is the stronger competition? In your mind.
Right now, I would have to go with Dallas.
No. NFC or AFC?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which division has the tougher road?
I'm gonna go with the AFC.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a tougher in the AFC.
That's a very I don't disagree with that, but I will disagree. And I think it's this. And I think it's these. I think it's these two teams. They are going to be the hardest to get through because they are so dominant that any of these teams, in my opinion, I think can dethrone each other. I think it's going to come down between these. And if they were healthy, it'd be this team right here.
Yeah, if they were healthy with Jamie Garoppolo, I definitely agree. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, because they're having them.
Yeah,
like you said. Yeah, here's a better picture of it.
Yep. That's the playoff picture right there.
Commanders.
Honestly, I think the Commanders can dethrone the Giants. I think the Giants will slip out.
The way Heineke's playing right now, I mean, yeah.
Yep.
And I mean that Washington team has turned it around at the end of the season.
They really do. I think they're playing with a lot of momentum. I think they will dethrone the Giants, in my opinion. Is it 8 teams that make the playoffs, or is it?
I thought it was 7.
I thought it was 7, but they're showing 8. So that would mean, yeah, then it would be the 8 seed versus the 1 seed.
That's one breakthrough.
Oh, that's the reason why they're ahead and everything.
Reason, yeah, why they're ahead.
I think it's still 7.
As far as I know, it's still 7.
So
because that makes sense.
Yeah, it's still 7. I think. But right now, you take out Washington, and then you take out.
I think unless the eighth team is like
potential run.
Yeah, potential. Yeah, the top wild card.
Okay,
it could be that top.
Yeah, because I saw the playoff picture during the Hawks game, and it still only showed 17.
Yeah,
so that was really weird.
So, anyway, as always, everybody, thank you very much for hanging out with us again, as we like to do this every week. Anything you want to add on here before we end?
Nope. As always, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share it with your friends, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what your picks are. Let us know any suggestions on videos. We would gladly love to take it and everything like that. Thank you again, guys, for tuning in to another session of Big Fat Dubs. As always, Russell Wilson, fuck you.
And as always, like Ryan said too, we're going to have some more trailer videos coming out as well. And we will try to get something, at least some kind of game thing, hopefully here as well.
Yeah, and we will do movie reviews as soon as we can. Again, it's just a matter of when we see the movies and what movies we decide to go see.
Right now, it's kind of like a little bit of our busy time of the year, especially with the holidays coming up. So,
and one person goes to the movies more than the other. So
yeah, one has literally a pass to go, watch free movies.
Yeah. So yeah, I got TIFF on that, by the way. I have a little issue with the Avatar 2 movie on that. So they don't have regular IMAX for showing for that. You either go see it in 3D or you see it in the standard. The standard.
What?
Yeah. It's only if you want to see it in IMAX, you have to get the IMAX 3D. That's my issue. That's my issue with that movie. It's like, well, you ain't gonna get me in the IMAX. You're gonna get me in the fucking standard because I'm not paying for 3D because I hate 3D.
At that point, I might as well just wait and watch it at home then.
I'll be out in like 10 years. That's what the next damn sequel will be. We're gonna be dead before the next sequel. Apparently.
All right. So anyway, guys, thank you all very much. Looking forward to seeing you next time. And
good night.
Good night.